She could probably do that.
XPW, XPW. What's up, everybody? Pugs Dread here with producer Todd. Say what's up.
Good evening.
Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
And our special guest of the evening, apparently called The Munch. And what is he doing right now? Munching. Right there.
Number one dad.
There you go.
What's up, everybody?
And we're here today to talk some wrestling, and most importantly, XPW Halloween in Hell 3. So Munch, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Why were you having me? Are you guys crazy? Why would you want me on your show?
Because you ask?
You're a living cartoon character.
It was great to see you guys. You know, it's always a pleasure seeing you guys, even if it's not XPW or UEW.
No.
Oh, by the way, what's going on with UEW? I heard it was coming back.
Maybe no. You got it. I don't know why you're asking me.
What's up, Mike Kruger?
What's up?
Corner? In the middle.
Yeah, you and me.
Collection of porn, what Disney DVDs or porn? What do you think?
A little bit of both. Some Disney porn in the collection.
Excellent. Nice.
Yeah,
What's
me and Munch, we've been in many angles together, and it's cool to have you on just as a guest. You've been a big part of my career in California wrestling, and it's just awesome to have you on just to talk. You know, for once in a while, I'm not gonna pick you up and pile drive you to the ground. So,
well,
That's right.
if he needs a reminder,
yeah.
Ramirez is going down to hell! Oh, wait! With this move! Package pile driver!
yeah, I mean,
That's why it's so short.
That's more than one time, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that you've taken my pile driver more than half of the people in California wrestling, which is
Thank you for reminding. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Real, I love you guys. Thank you for that.
Just a friendly reminder. Tread lightly.
it was always a treat to be able to pick you up like that and just smash you down to the ground. And every time, I mean, we both came out of it okay. So I love that you trusted me with doing that to you so many times, because so many wrestlers wouldn't even trust me with giving them that move. So
well, that's wrestling is about trusting each other, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you guys, and I admire you guys for showing me that real, because it just, you know, I've been doing wrestling for so long. When somebody shows me what I've done, it's a pleasure. Plus the people I work with, you know, and it's a pleasure working with you, Mike. I wish we could work again together, you know.
Maybe one day, Munch. Maybe one day, you know. I've just lost about 80 pounds. I got another 30 to go, and we'll see what happens.
Wow.
But
you should do a poll on Square Circle Society on how many people want to see you wrestle again. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously, like a poll, right, Pugs? See? Pugs agrees with me.
I'm not trying to put any pressure on him.
I do,
I say when he's ready, he has my full fucking support. And Kruger, I think you know that, and I will hook you up with the fucking entrance jacket.
I know that.
Nice.
So I don't know much. I don't know if you know that, but I made Sage's entrance jacket, the big pumpkin one, the long one.
The horrible one? Yes.
Yeah, that one.
No, I did not know that, Pugs. That's awesome. That's good.
Yeah, and And for anybody just watching, me and Munch over here, we worked in the program for it felt like a year and a half in UEW, and it just him and I are very, very tight. We've always been tight since I started UEW. One of the nicest people I've ever met in wrestling, and I'm just glad to have you on. I'm glad that I'm here to showcase your, referee your referee work with XPW, because it's been pretty awesome to see you back in the ring with all these other legends that have been a part of XPW since the beginning.
And hey, I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate it, and I hate reffing.
You really?
Hate reffing. Yes, I hate it.
I could not tell at all, dude. And this is coming from someone that's seen you a bunch of fucking times, including before I actually started talking to you when I was like fucking 12. I had no idea. Yeah, I was at the XPW shows when I was a baby. Todd wouldn't hang out with me either.
No, that was illegal.
Oh, now. But when I was managing the Insane Act, I love that. That was fun, That's when you got to, beat me up, Mike. So
remember when he slammed me on the fucking cross that was on fire? I got all burned up.
So is your lack of enthusiasm for reffing why you lost your senior ref position with XPW?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm still a senior ref, according to my mind. But Dan Patrick took my spot. I mean, he doesn't show up for the first episode. I literally flew myself out to New York to be the senior ref, for the East Coast refs, and then come back.
I think you misunderstood. It was senior ref, but
all right, folks. I remember that.
Cooper, give him another pile driver.
But you know what? Yes, as long as I've been reffing more than Pat, but Pat is the senior referee for XPW, because I don't know if you guys know the story at XPW. I had retired before, and Patrick Hernandez brought me back out of retirement. So that's why it's an honor, I guess, for him to be the senior referee at XPW. Only XPW. Any other promotion, I'll be the senior ref. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure he still asks you questions. It's like, we all know who the real. We all know the real one.
I love Pat. I don't know if you guys know. Back in 1981, Patrick and I, we played baseball together, and he was first base. I was outfielder, and we were the Mary Immaculate Dodgers, and we beat the Santa Rosa Yankees the same year that the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the New York Yankees, and we won that championship.
It's a good year.
Yeah. And then I went downhill after that.
Is that the trophy right behind you?
No, that's my kid's number one dad.
No.
And I have a pen for number one child support.
Always on time, so that's good.
So XPW, what match are you guys looking forward to seeing?
I mean, wait. You really have to ask us that much. What match on this card?
Yes.
Is there not someone returning from the hardcore homo? I love Schlack to death, but I can't root for him.
Can you say that hardcore homo? You won't get canceled for saying that?
I might have to cut.
I mean, it's just fucking name.
Yeah, but I'm not letting you say the other name, Bugs.
Oh yeah, right.
You can catch that at the show. I'll be trying to get that chant over. And also, people, when you're there, be brave. It's okay. Chris Kloss in the beginning says it's okay to chant whatever you want. Stop being pussies. But yeah, it's Schlack. Yeah, Schlack versus Angel. I can't root against Angel. It's my old school XPW in me, and I love both of them. But come on, Angel.
Yeah, that match is gonna be fucking nuts. Just knowing how crazy Schlack is. I mean, I've been in the ring with him a couple of times, and him and Angel together in a destructive environment. Jesus Christ, there's going to be some carnage to see, and I can't wait to see it. I'm so psyched that Angel is coming back to wrestle Schlack too, because I truly think that Schlack, out of everybody that's doing deathmatch wrestling today, he is the face of it. He's the face of deathmatch wrestling in 2022, and for Angel to come back facing the greatest, I'm all in. And hopefully they have a very high balcony for somebody to get thrown off. Let's just put it that way.
So you're going for Schlack?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little impartial. The guys beat the shit out of me 2 times, and
we got one for Angel, one for Slack.
Yeah, Todd.
You know I'm gonna go Angel too.
Yeah. Look, I'm be happy either way who wins, but
yeah, this is true.
I gotta go old school. The hardcore homo, man. He's the first person that I ever saw come out swinging a double-sided barbed wire dildo. And like that's gonna stick with a sickle like me.
Dildo, huh?
Fuck yeah, I did. I tried to get it.
Well, I think just Angel in general, when you look at bumps in deathmatch wrestling and some of the craziest bumps anybody's ever taken, Angel's on that list like 3 times at least, if not more. The way that I'm surprised he's even able to do this match at this point. After seeing everything that I've watched that guy put his body through, I mean, Jesus Christ. But all props to him, and I can't wait to see him and Schlack tear it fucking down. I'm sure they're going to do some crazy shit because knowing Angel, there's always crazy shit in his matches.
That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
It is. Like when it was announced, I was just like, holy shit, this is like really what we're gonna get.
Well, Todd was there when I popped when Angel came out at the first show. We heard Barbie Girl. I was like, oh my god, he's here.
I will tell you though, I would have rather had the second Barbie Girl theme he used. Do you remember the
heavier one?
No,
wasn't the heavier one?
Yeah, but I can't remember who it was by. That's the one I always think of, but I forget he used both.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a different version of Barbie Girl. The theme Angel comes out to. That's not by. So he used it. That was the one he used. Pretty much, I want to say a majority. I remember once he switched it, and I think he used it in all the East Coast stuff too.
See, when we came back to the Derby room, I didn't know Angel was booked. I was, when I went to the locker room, I opened the door and here's the first face I see, and I'm like, oh fuck!
You can see?
I didn't know it. I'm like, fucking hug her and shit.
And then you hit your knees, so
yeah, because Angel never did UEW, huh?
No, yeah, he did. He did
came
the
out
glory
and did
hole.
He did
the glory. He did.
It was his talk show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did actually. I think I was there for that.
I don't remember him at UEW.
Yeah, it was just the one show. And well, I mean, didn't he do UEW before the last return? Because I know there's other waves of UEW before.
I wasn't part of UEW because I know he was in charge of LCW Legion Championship Wrestling. He was the booker.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, what the promoter was Martin, something like that.
Yeah.
Miguel. He was a comic store called Legion Comics, whatever. But that's where I first met Say Sin she was the co-host for LCW. It was me and she was a hardcore hostess.
Yeah.
And that's before she was a wrestler. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do.
Yeah, I've seen some footage. I think that's actually where I originally saw Bobby Hollywood wrestle.
Oh, is that right? Bobby Hollywood. Yeah, but I'm glad Angel's back. He's part of the originals, I wish we could see some more originals, but I mean, I hope Angel stays more than just one match. You know what I mean? Or what do you guys think? One match, that's it, or keep?
Belt, then he has to.
I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more than one more, but I'm not going to be greedy. I'm glad either way we get this one.
I think it just depends on what the fuck he gets thrown off of, how he feels after that. But I would love to see. What were you saying, Munch?
Do you think it'll be overkill if he stays longer, or I mean,
I don't think
original. So. You know what I mean? Like
I think like my dream match. To be honest with you, especially because they're so prevalent in deathmatch wrestling and what they bring to it. I want to see Angel versus Effie at some point. I hope that Effie could come to XPW at some point because I think he would be great there. And him and Angel, that's the match to make, in my opinion.
Right. Because I mean, because for me, there's 2 XPWs. There's the old XPW that's kind of dead already, and now there's a new XPW, right? And now Angel coming back, it feels good to see him. And but the new roster is just as great as the old roster. Now, people have compared Supreme with Schlack, but to me, there's no very comparison. They're two definitely different people who are above. They're that level of intensity. Yes, Supreme was the deathmatch champion. Now it's Schlack.
Yeah,
but some people have compared them. But I mean, they're definitely two different people. But they're both great.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only difference with Schlack and Supreme is that Supreme we used to prank each other. we used to prank each other. I mean, Supreme was the best, like I love him, man, It would have been great to see Supreme and Schlack, but I mean, that's a dream match that we'll never have.
Absolutely. I mean,
unless they make a video game of it,
I know Supreme did give Schlack a seal of approval. Which was cool when they were both in CCW.
Yeah, say it again. I missed it. What?
When they were in CCW, I know Supreme had given Schlack like the seal of approval.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
When Supreme was the commissioner, that's when he brought that up.
Oh, is that right?
I mean,
you were there,
dude. I get hit too much in the head. I forgot.
I gave him too many power drivers, bro.
Yeah, there you go. We saw that.
So then, what's your next match you guys want to see?
The next one. Well, you brought
up Effie and Angel. Would it be too on the nose to have that in a Inferno match, or? Because I think that'd be fucking awesome.
I think that's perfect,
dude. You know what's funny? Back when we were doing UEW, I always told Andre I wanted an old school, like Puerto Rican style Inferno match where the ropes are on fire, but with like the special. Things. Yeah. And dude, if XPW could bring that, like, I want to see XPW be able to do some of those big gimmick matches that deathmatch companies have been doing recently too, where, maybe some explosion matches. I think they could pull it off. I just saw a crazy explosion match happen in Mexico, and I want to see like those big stipulations happen to matches in XPW as well. Because back in the day, I mean, we got to see explosion matches with Supreme, and those were amazing. I mean, they're what I think made XPW go on the map, is just seeing all those crazy match types. I want to see more of that with the new XPW. Like, granted, maybe not have Vic Grimes thrown off the fucking top and almost die again, but see some crazy shit like that again. I want more stipulations like that. I think that's one thing that's missing, is that people don't make the stipulations that big anymore. They just call it a death match, and then of course people do crazy shit, but when you're able to build around it, actually be something into the match, I want to see more of that for sure.
Yeah, it's the problem is finding the right venue, because I hit up Pico Rivera, and man, they gave us the cold shoulders a lot. Not just me, but Rob and some other guys, and they just fucking gave us a runaround. So if you can find a venue that could do it, then yes, I'm pretty sure Rob's down to do it. You know what I mean? But like, it's just the venue that that we're having a hard time to do shows.
Yeah.
Unless you know any venues.
I should
good ones. Ones that'll let you do it.
The ones that have good parking.
Yeah, that's the most. But the last explosion was Halloween in Hell too.
Mm-hmm.
That I could think
of.
Right? Yeah, it was Pico, and the one before that was that a death match? There was 2 explosions, right?
I had retired again from XPW.
Don't remember.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know blown to hell. Wow.
I'm pretty sure there was 2 separate matches. Yeah. But yeah, seeing shit like that, I mean, especially because I think XPW did it some of the best that we've seen in the States. Explosion matches in the States, if you're a deathmatch wrestler or a deathmatch fan, you've seen it. Half of the time it's done right, half of the time it's not. But XPW always did it right back in the day, and I want to see it return for sure.
Yeah, not like AEW, right? They're
oh my God. Dude, the fucking fireworks at the end, Jesus Christ.
That shit was funny. I was like, what the fuck, guys?
I think every deathmatch wrestler watching that died a little bit inside. Fucking fire.
Did you see what I got? Did you see the one I got exploded on?
Mm-hmm.
Which one was?
You got exploded on?
Yeah, I was in exploding cage match.
We thought you were talking about something else.
Who knows?
I don't remember this at all.
Exploding cage match.
WSX.
Oh my God! Holy
shit! You're right. You're fucking right.
You remember that? I got like some doing that shit. I got a big pop after that, dude. Even the locker room asked me for autographs.
It's funny you brought up WSX because I always credit that for me wanting to be a deathmatch wrestler. Watching watching it on MTV, and that's what got me into CZW and all the other stuff that was going on around that. But I just watched. I think it was like on MTV2 one day, and I saw I saw a death match happen on there. It may have been I can't remember if it was Joey Chaos's Piranha match or whatever it was, but one of them, and it just made me like, oh, there's wrestling like this, and it had me dive into the whole filmography of just deathmatch wrestling in general. But yeah, WSX, that shit back in the day, I was a weekly viewer every time that came on air. I was so bummed out when it didn't get renewed.
Do you remember my first bump on the first episode?
I'm trying to think. It's been a while. You may need to refresh my memory.
I'll give you a clue. It has to do with the guitar and a legendary wrestler that passed away already.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What?
No, I remember you getting hit in the head with a guitar, but I can't remember who it was. Was it New Jack? All right.
Yeah. And it's funny, like a lot of people talk about New Jack, how he was like dangerous or whatever, but he took care of me, man. And I remember right before we went out, he got me like, hey, Munch, I got you, Munch. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of you good. And I'm like, fuck, I got to take care of me good. What do you mean? The problem of that, the camera guy missed the whole fucking shot. They missed the whole, so they only get like a small part of me getting hit in the head with the guitar, but it got a good pop.
Dude, I mean, Todd can attest. I get mad at these cameramen. I'm not even working at the show. I'm like, you guys are being pussies and just staying still. Go in there, get the fucking shot. Make sure you be aware of the other cameraman. Like, it's fucking important. God damn it.
Why don't you be a cameraman, Pugs?
I am, but like, not for XPW yet. We'll see. One of those motherfuckers has a hard time. I'll tag in, no problem.
Well, of course, our buddy Dan. Question:
will we see return of Extreme Associates at some point? I want a 4K box set of the Cocktails franchise.
Yes, it's gonna be Matt Smoker with Pugs, Todd, and Mike Kruger.
Oh, the reboot. Okay.
But on the real, go ahead.
You have to think whose penis is who. Matt
Smoker's kind of tanned. I think it'd be easy to pick out one.
I mean, I think two of them would be pretty recognizable.
I'm pretty sure Mike has a little tattoo on it with a smiley face on it. I'm Mike.
It's like a glove.
I may have a piercing too. Who knows?
And Pugs probably had his hair dreaded down there too, huh, Pugs? Dreaded balls.
Absolutely. One big dread.
Right? Dreaded balls. Next time people
check OnlyFans for that.
Hey, next time they see you, Pugs, then they call you dreaded balls.
If that chant gets over, that's fine.
now I'm just picturing like the Predator with a fucking giant elephant trunk.
That's if you look at it from the back. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
What match? Yeah, I don't know if
we're gonna crown a first ever Fight TV champion. So there's six wrestlers that are going in there, and only 4 have been announced so far. Although today the new episode drops, and I haven't seen it yet.
I think so. I haven't seen it go up yet. So
okay.
I'm forgetting one.
So we have, but the major one I'm going for as of right now, depending on who else joins the match, is Psychosis, because that's fucking rad. We have Tornado, who's always awesome.
I'm going for Tornado, right?
Okay. What's his Bo Cooper, Brawling Bo, and then we have Willie Mack. So 2 others. And 2 people have been announced, Vampiro and Drake.
I think Vampiro's going to acquire that match, though.
Okay.
But you know what? Here's another thing. like I said, I told you guys, I've been doing wrestling for so long. I was, I guess, privileged to match Willie Mack's his debut for XPW New York.
That's cool.
Yeah, that
and
was
I remember
cool.
as I go out there, Chris Kloss told me, "Hey, this is Willie Mack's, debut," and he's, and they told me he was a big fan of XPW.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm out there, that was cool. Well, Willie Mack came out and he got in the ring with me. He looked at me, and it was just like this overwhelming feeling, like we both wanted like almost to tear up, because he was his childhood dream to be on XPW. And he looked down at the XPW sign, he pointed at it, and he looked at me, he pointed, and it was just like it was one of those awesome feelings for me to be there with him to debut for XPW.
I remember being excited at home.
And not only him, but then the last show, Human Tornado 2 debuted for XPW. And dude, I don't know if I mean, at XPW, we were taught not to mark out to people. Because Rob said, if you ever mark out somebody, you're fired. And the first indie wrestler that I ever marked out to, and I told him, was Human Tornado.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I saw him, I was like, oh, this guy's fucking bad. And I read one of his man, oh, dude, this fucking is, in MTV. As a matter of fact, MTV Wrestling Society X, he's coming down. Remember, he came out his entrance at WSX?
Yep.
And I remember he come down, oh, fuck yeah. And I was like, hell yeah, I get to ref this fucking match. We were like, hell yeah, And then we're here at XPW, and during the match, when he comes in, I checked him, and I told him, dude, welcome to the family. And he gave me a hug, so. Yeah, and also Santana Jackson, so.
Yeah.
Hopefully Santana Jackson gets booked also at the last minute, but yeah.
I mean, his Halloween time, I hope so.
Right.
Yeah.
But to me, it was an honor to be part of that memory, that celebration of bringing in new talent, and the debut, and like Mike said, he was a fan,
Mm-hmm.
And then Pugs, you've been at 12 years old, and Todd, I don't know your fucking story, but I'm pretty sure you've been always the front row and shit.
I've seen a show or two.
Right, so yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, Bo Cooper too. I remember Bo back in Santa Clarita, and also we did FCW, and he came out with what's his name? Forgot his fucking name. I just blanked out.
I remember him
I
remember him and with GQ Money at the Cold Day in Hell show.
Is that right? Oh yeah, that's right. But that wasn't really XPW.
I was going to say the non-canon XPW show. Doesn't count. It happened.
That was a Mike Hartsfield XPW show.
Yeah, I thought that was Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin with Mike. But, I mean,
yeah, I know this next one, the XPW 10, was Mike Hartsfield, right?
Yeah. The XPW.
Yeah. That's the one that had Andre and Carnage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually one of those shows I went to when I was a kid.
Oh, is that right?
And Gino was on it also.
Who?
Gino?
Chino? Sexy Chino?
No, Gino.
Oh, Gino. I didn't say Sexy Chino.
Hate Breed, Gino Told You So, whatever. Yeah, he was rookie 88. That show.
Yeah. Remember. That's right. You know what sucks, that Mike didn't get a lot of love for that. That's what kind of bothered me. That what sucks is that in wrestling we are family. So when somebody don't get the love and respect for doing something, it's kind of sad. And Mike Hartfield got a lot of heat for that, from other wrestlers. But I mean, that's life, I guess, right? So
I had fun at those shows. So
yeah. So what do you think about the fight app, the fucking championship, Pugs? Who thinks gonna?
Well, I gotta know of the four. I'm gonna go Psychosis just because that's fucking cool. But I want to know who else is gonna be there, because I may change my vote. Because if Drake Younger is gonna be there, it'd be a great way to start.
Hey, wait, we should keep
my vote is uninformed. He would know about this in particular.
Pugs is ready with his mega hat.
I am fucking ready to join.
I'm gonna keep count, see who's right for the end of the pay-per-view. See how many you guys got right, who right on the wins. Hey, let's do this. The winner gets lunch bought by all of us. Whoever loses.
Hold on a second. You're reffing though. You're impartial. You can't be impartial.
Come on. I mean, I'm in the dark as you are.
I know, but you can swing it if you're involved, sir.
I mean, $50, yes. It's 1, 2, whatever pays you the most. Yeah, okay.
Have they released an image of the belt? I haven't seen one.
I haven't seen it.
No,
okay.
not that I've seen yet. I mean, of course, I know it's a long shot, but I know one a lot of people would like in one of those spots would be Chaos. Another original.
Well, he has a show that day.
Oh, that is true.
He's running a spot.
So he double booked himself. That's all right.
Hey, that would be awesome though, but yeah. So who are you going for? Cougar, did you say who?
I gotta go with Human Tornado, dude. That's my boy. I love that.
Todd, you said Tornado too, right, Todd?
Yeah.
Todd, you said
yeah,
but you said
Psychosis.
Huh? I missed it. I'm going for Willie Mack. That's my boy, man.
Dude, I do have a fun story actually about Psychosis because this is the original Psychosis that's going to be in this match, right? Or is it Psychosis 2? Okay, so it's the OG.
Yeah.
I wrestled one of the only times me and Supreme have ever worked a show together. Me, him, and Max X went down to Nogales and we wrestled Bestia, Damien 666, and Psychosis in the 3-on-3 death match. And
wow,
I just,
awesome,
dude, it was first off, I'm such a Psychosis mark. Watching the ECW stuff with him and Ray, like I'm a hardcore ECW fan, and I got to work him. I just remember Psychosis beat the shit out of me in that match. He beat the living breaks off my ass. I remember there was this spot that we had where I was supposed to hit him with a chair. He was going to leave the ring, and then I was going to fake a dive. My big ass doing a dive, obviously. But we were in Mexico, so who the fuck cares? And I go to fake a dive, and he was originally supposed to hit me with a chair, but the chair that I broke over his head, it totally shattered. So he just grabbed whatever he could to hit me on my way out of the dive, and he grabbed this ladder that Supreme and Damien just fell into, and he fucking javelined right into my eye sockets on the way out. It was like and it was one of those rings too that was so high off the ground. It was like probably like at least 4 or 5 feet off the ground. I just remember just crumbling after that and just being like, wow, well, fuck, I just got the shit kicked out of me by Psychosis. This is the best night of my life. And then me and Supreme and everybody proceeded to party all night and was one of the best nights of my life.
Yo, I'd love to see that match, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was in December 2016. Wow. I think Carnage actually got me the match, and it was such a crazy experience and one of the best nights of my life because on the way up there, Supreme was just dropping knowledge on me the whole time, and it was awesome. Him telling me how he got originally into XPW with him and Joey, and just talking about like always keep your ears open, your eyes open, and make sure that you're constantly learning, because even if you aren't the best wrestler in the world, you can learn so much from just being out there and absorbing information from everybody else. And I will never forget that. It was one of the best nights of my life.
That's good, man. Wow.
Yeah, Supreme definitely is such a goddamn legend. Like I'm glad that Sage and everybody in XPW is still keeping his spirit alive.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Sage has a match. Why don't we talk about that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we get too far in that, condolences to Lindsay Snow, because she had to pull out and go to a family or whatever happened with her. But I know there was a loss, so condolences on our show's behalf. That shit sucks, and our hearts are with you.
Yeah.
But
now it's the XPW debut of the Pumpkin Patch Death Match.
Oh, it is. Yeah, dude. Hey, and you know what, too? I remember at UEW, she had her pumpkin match at UEW. And I remember that's when Rob Black was there. And I was in the locker room. And it's funny because we're not supposed to mark out, right? And here comes Rob Black running backstage. Fucking shit, marking out to Station, and you gotta want to know psychology with a death match. I mean, he totally marked out for that match. I was like, what the fuck? Well, you're fired. Yeah, but he marked out to that pumpkin match at UEW, so I'm not surprised he at XPW now because
the first was that the first one with her and Kikyo.
Yeah, Rob was on commentary. The commentary was lost there. I wasn't running that stuff then, so a lot disappeared.
No, it's a great match.
I'll just blame Bob right now. That was all his.
Right? Yeah, fucking Bob. What about Bob? What's up with Kiko? She's still wrestling, or?
I think I saw. Yeah, she's back. I know she was out.
Didn't she just make a return? Yeah, I think not that long ago.
She's good. She's good too.
I know she had another one. She had a couple in UEW. I know she had one with Homeless Jimmy.
She had
a mystery.
Are you talking about Sage or Kikyo?
No, Sage for the Pumpkin Path.
Oh yeah.
I think there was 3.
She had one with Jimmy, one with Kikyo, and I think one with Fern, right? Because that's why somebody threw a or at CCW though.
Yeah, it was, but
because that's why somebody threw a fucking pumpkin in my head and gave me the worst concussion of my goddamn life. Because it was that. Oh, I talk about this all the time on the show at CCW, and I love Marcus Crane. Rest in peace. Great fucking human being. Great wrestler. But there was a pumpkin left over from Sage's match, and she was right before us. And Marcus picked this pumpkin up and literally was singing the Lion King when Savenya, and chucked it at my head and gave me the worst concussion I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
It wasn't his fault. I think he thought I was going to put my hands up, but I didn't because I was already getting fucked up beforehand. And by the time I saw the pumpkin in my trajectory, I didn't get my hands up in time. But yeah, I got concussed to no end. But yeah, that she had. So I think there's 3. So this will be Pumpkin Patch Deathmatch number 4.
Yeah, but I think they're just saying as the first one.
I didn't. Oh, did they say the first one? I didn't even pay attention. It's the
first one for XPW.
And it's definitely the first one on a stage this large. As much as I love UEW, this is a totally bigger stage. That's not. I mean,
I'm gonna throw this out there. XPW brought in a women's championship. You need to bring in a Queen of the Deathmatch belt now. And I think we have these badass bitches ready to fucking go, especially my haunted homegirl, Sage Sin. I think she
I mean, the women's deathmatch scene right now is pretty on fire. I mean, you have Ludark, Sadaka, Sage, obviously, who's been holding it down forever, but also
Mickey Knuckles,
Randy West. There's definitely enough out there at this point to have something like that. I hope they do.
Now, can we include Angel in that women's death match too?
It's 2022. I think it's allowed.
I'm kind of annoyed Schlack didn't win the women's belt because they kind of teased that on the XPW TV. Like
Shellac. That's what we came up last time we brought this up. Shellac. So just Slack in a dress and he just fucks these bitches up.
He said on the TV, I identify as a woman. He can.
You're gonna give him like the Vito gimmick where he's gonna come out in the dress and put the head on the dress.
But that's what I'm gonna say. The TV though is just as good as it ever was. I love it. That's like I told Rob. That was like one of the first things. Like the TV was there. It's just as entertaining. Yeah. And these guys can attest. The only wrestling show I watch every week is XPW.
Before any of us.
Let's watch it.
Yeah. And the good thing that you don't have to wait till Saturday night to 11 p.m. like back when it first came out. Shit. Yeah.
I remember losing my shit when I saw that. It was like on KDOC. I think it was channel 56. I think I just finished watching ECW.
It was KJLA first, channel 57.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it went to 56.
Look, the name wasn't important. XPW on the TV. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Holy shit. And that just changed I was like, this can be that violent and that entertaining. And these bitches are fucking hot. This is great.
So I got pussy because my dad had a nightclub in downtown LA. And we had these 2 big screens running at the same time. So my dad owned this Paisa Mexican nightclub in downtown LA. So when they're dancing, I will watch it, and you see the big screen, watch XPW, whatever, and then you see me, and people are like, what? So I was like, yeah, I was the manager of the nightclub, and I was coming on TV, so I mean, it benefited me. But anyway.
Hell yeah!
Hey, do what you gotta do. Yeah. That's right. I'm not familiar with Sawyer Wreck. This will be my first time seeing her.
I believe she's been on some GCW shows. I think she just had a match with Alley Cat, if I'm not mistaken. She's like more of like a bruiser, character. But I'm excited. I know Sage is gonna bring it to her, and I don't think she's had a death match with somebody that experienced in death matches either. So very excited to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to ask us on this one much. I mean,
we're all Team Sage over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Sawyer Wreck just to change the this game. Sage will kick my ass. I'm gonna say for Sage. And talking about women's, like Ludark, man, she's fucking crazy. She's awesome, dude.
She's so good.
She is fucking awesome. Same thing with Mickey Knuckles. She's I mean, Mickey's the veteran here. And she's been doing death matches for so long, but I mean, this one should be fucking exciting, dude. I think we're gonna see a lot of blood here on this one, bro, because they're not.
At the last one, I think that three-way stole the show for me.
Yeah,
dude.
It was so good. And then two of them are fighting each other on Saturday. So I think it's gonna get super, super violent. It's gonna be fun.
I went back and forth on this one, but I landed on I'm going with Mickey
all day. And that's actually one of my dream matches. If I ever do come back to wrestling, Mickey's.
But you said wet dream or dream match? I'm sorry, what?
Both.
Possibly both. I mean,
it'll be mutually exclusive. Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the way the woman uses her ass. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Dude,
the last show she had in her ass, she had like a cut. And she's like, look, I got another pussy. That's how big that cup was. Oh my God. And she was like showing it off. Look, another pussy. She's like, oh, like she's like,
I got
like that right, bullshit. Like,
I made
nah, the fucking finger bang. You're like, what? Like,
I need to reposition to hide my boner.
Right? Yeah, but then also, not this last show, the show before this one, Ludark, I forgot what she was wrestling, but they hung her upside down, and blood was just dripping down. I was wrestling that match, and blood was just coming out of her mask, and she was hung upside down, and she's like, "How's it look?" I go, "Looks good." Okay, leave me like this for a while. And this blood was just fucking dude. But yeah, this one, I mean, I have to go for Ludark, But Mickey, I think for me, it's a tie for me, bro. They're both fucking
yeah.
It's
another win-win scenario for me. Like, I hope both of them kick each other's ass.
You can't pick both. You got to pick one. I could pick both of them because I know them.
I'm familiar, but if I got to pick one, I'll go with Mickey Knuckles since she makes me laugh more than Ludark has ever done. So.
Okay. How do you say Mickey?
Yeah, I said Mickey.
Group Mike?
Yeah, Mickey.
You guys are racist. Don't go for the Mexican race. I'm going to go for the Mexican one. Canceled.
All right, then. Pagano versus Dirty Ron.
Oh my God,
Payaso versus Clown.
Dude, we were at the LA Fan Fest. It was Jasmine Sinclair and Dirty Ron. Dude, if you guys ever need marketing, flyering, dude, Dirty Ron, man, he's badass. I love him, dude. That guy, he was just boom, 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 like I was bringing people to the table who like boom, boom, like getting people's attention, and it was Jasmine Sinclair. She's fucking awesome. We were grabbing people to the table, but working with Dirty Ron that day at the merchandise table, that table we had at LA Fan Fest, dude. I mean, he got my respects, dude. That guy knows his shit, dude. He wants his fucking, he loves wrestling. He knows how to mark himself. And I always tell people when I go flyering, like with wrestlers, I kind of get mad because they're just like, well. And I'm like, dude, fucking, I have to market for them, I mark out for them from the fans, whatever. And I always taught like new wrestlers, dude, you gotta know how to market yourself, get your merchandise, get your t-shirts, get fucking whatever. And with Dirty Ron, dude, he has all of that. So if you ever get a chance to fly with Dirty Ron, whatever, go with him, dude, because that guy has good marketing knowledge and help you push to get yourself over with fans and stuff like that. So.
That's easy to believe. Who's being racist now?
I know. They're both white.
Are they permy white?
Yeah, white makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bacano, he's a badass guy too, man. He won the AAA tournament, right, in Mexico?
Yep.
I think, right? And I learned that from Dirty Ron. So,
well, I'm pretty sure he main evented AAA not that long ago either, against one of the Psycho Clowns in a death match. He's a fucking legend, Pagano. Yeah. He's actually the first name I've ever worked on a show with. When I was doing a lucha show in Arizona, they randomly brought him in. I'll never forget him just like destroying somebody, like giving them a firebomb onto a chair and just totally showing madness. I can't wait for that match. I think first off, just being a fan of killer clowns in general, having two clowns against each other on Halloween night in a death match, I'm all in for that. And Dirty Ron.
Do you have a pointer again?
Maybe a little bit.
There was some Terrifier 2 imagery up in that match, and he's gonna blast off everywhere.
But Pagano for sure is one of the best deathmatch wrestlers I think going today, and him and Dirty Ron are gonna have a very interesting and probably a bloodbath. Knowing Pagano, he's always a crazy motherfucker, so I can't wait to see that one either.
What is the match called? I forgot. Didn't have a match.
Is there stipulation?
It's a Happy Meal. Let me see.
I know. I was gonna say
a Playland death match.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we sure know it isn't a Happy Meal bucket match.
Since there's two clowns going at it, I hope Pogo comes and fucks both of them up. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be rad. So
who you going for, Pugs?
I'm gonna continue my racism, I guess. I'm gonna go for Dirty Ron because that dude. He came out. He did some yayo and first time out there. That shit was hilarious.
What is it about? This is a family-free friendly.
That's why I didn't use the actual word. His clown nose is red for a different reason than being.
So we got Dirty Ron, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dirty Ron. But honestly, that's another one. I'll be happy whoever wins.
Yeah, I'm the same on this one.
I'll take away from our racism and go with Pagano.
I'll go with I gotta go with Dirty Ron because Pagano's crazy too. I mean, I'm tied on this one, and I could go tied. So
Pagano just had a crazy match with Sadaka not that long ago either. I remember watching some clips from that online. Both of them though, like Dirty Ron just jumped. Where the fuck did he jump off of?
Some pier, right? That's what you're talking about. On Tyrex.
He just gave Terex a fucking flaming elbow drop off a bridge. So I ain't gonna fault you if you go with him either.
You know what? Another story with Pagano. Like after my New York experience with the athletic commission out there, I referee different now. So they told me that I should referee more like if it's an MMA fight. Because remember, you got two wrestlers beating the shit out of each other. Mm-hmm. So now when I ref, it's different from what I did before. And I remember when Pagano came to XPW, he went through a glass and he got power slammed. And I went up to him and I go, "Are you okay? Do you still want to continue?" And he's like, he looked at me like we're like, yeah, I'm okay. See, still in Spanish. So now I ask that a lot because if you know as a wrestling, referees some don't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing now is a ref. Now when somebody goes to a power slam, go through a table, you still want to continue. They just went through a fucking table.
Yeah.
And they say yes, you're still in. So I remember after the show, Pagano came up to me. He's like, "Hey, cabrón, that was good shit, dude. Maybe we're looking out for us because a lot of refs don't do nothing, just stand and watch." But if you notice, that's what I learned from the athletic commission that we're referees, but we have to ref, and we got to ask them, "Hey, are you okay?" Because they just went through a fucking table. Yeah. They got hit with a chair. So I asked him, "Do you still want to continue?" And it's funny because some referees like, "Well, yeah," and then the time, dude, yeah, that was good. They asked because what if I'm fucked up?
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I remember UEW, Hate. Remember Hate?
I remember them very good.
They got Insaniac and they fucking they was body slammed, the power slammed them. They fucking couple of times and Insaniac was out.
I was in this match.
And I was like looking at his eyes, and I'm CPR certified. I could see his eyes from my mat, and I'm not gonna say who the ref was. I'm like. So I went in, which I'm not supposed to. As a manager, I went in to separate, and Rico Dynamite and Bray Ross got mad at me at the locker room. They said, "Dude, why'd you do that?" And I told him, "Bro, he was out."
Yeah.
And then saying, I told me, "Yeah, dude, thanks for coming in," because he was like his eye was just fucking glassing. And then he finally came through. And if you know, I always tell referees get CPR certified because you're the first responders. Period. Mm. And somebody's knocked out, then So I don't know if hopefully any new referees listening to this get CPR certified.
This is a good tip from the senior referee.
Come on, senior referee.
Yeah,
guys. Quick question. See if you guys know this one. See who's a real hardcore fan. Do you guys remember my first name as a referee when I first started back in Slammers in 92, 93?
Slammers is before me.
Ah!
I know the history and stuff, but yeah, I don't.
I do not.
I'm gonna let you guys just study.
We know the origin of your current nickname.
Jackie Colombo.
Jackie Colombo. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, Jackie Colombo. Somebody told Vern that I look like Colombo from the TV show. Like fucking.
and then they discovered who you really looked like.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's next?
It's okay. I was told that as a child too, so don't feel bad. Well, we brought up T-Rex earlier. I got to say the stuff on the show with Will and Rob, like going back and forth on T-Rex, Tyrex. I was dying.
We've had this conversation.
Who's he fighting?
Necro.
Oh shit! Wow.
And I believe it's not just a death match, but it's death match.
Yeah. Well, that's fucking awesome.
But they both, that's gonna be a gruesome match, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, T-Rex at the tournament, he showed up and showed out. Like he got a standing ovation at the end, well fucking deserved. And then having him go up against Necro Butcher, I'm looking forward to this.
Him and Necro, I know, are tight too. Like they've been on like those JCW shows forever. That's one I'm definitely looking forward to. T-Rex was my last match in wrestling.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, I love that guy. He's one of the best big man going today, in my opinion. If you haven't seen him do his standing fucking moonsault, or occasionally when he does it off the top rope, that guy is phenomenal when it comes to just being a big guy and knowing his size and knowing his capabilities. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Him and Necro, like Necro Butcher, he's such a legend in deathmatch wrestling and just such a, like when you think of deathmatch wrestling, he's one of the first people that comes to your mind. And I hope that him and T-Rex just show it out because him and Schlack, that match, even though it was a little short, they fucking beat the living piss out of each other. I saw Schlack almost knocked him out in the first couple of seconds of that match. He goes hard every time, and I'm a Necro fan for life. Fun fact too, Necro Butcher, even with guys in WWE, Seth Rollins says his favorite pro wrestler is Necro Butcher because of the way he puts together his matches.
Tyler
Black. There you go.
Thank you.
WSX superstar. Is that better?
Okay, I know. That's funny.
Yeah, Necro's a fucking legend, and I'm glad to see him in good health and getting back at it too. I know he had some health issues for a while, and I'm glad he got through them, and now he's just going full force back into it.
Didn't T-Rex lose some weight a couple of months, like a year ago? He had lost some weight, and then he gained it back. But I think he wrestles more now, better than when he lost weight, right?
Well, he knows what it looks like as a big guy. So
he's always been a big dude, but when
he lost his weight, like he kind of lost his. it wasn't that great. But now, like, I guess he feels more confident now than he did.
Yeah,
when he had lost that weight, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even with the, it on or off, he's always been one of the best big men I've ever seen wrestle. I just remember coming up in wrestling and just watching him and just being like, Jesus Christ, how does this guy move that well?
Right,
and still, he hasn't missed a step since I started wrestling in 2014, and he wrestles the same way now. The Supreme's Memorial show, I remember he took this crazy fucking bump on he went to give somebody a big splash, and they moved out of the way and put thumbtacks over, and he just big splashed all these fucking thumbtacks. I'll never forget that. Like he's always one of the most must-see guys, just because you don't know what he's gonna do, and for a guy that big, you don't see people working like that.
Yeah. So
the first time I met T-Rex with that NWA championship for Hollywood back in Hollywood in I don't remember 2000 something.
Yeah.
Like he moved fast then, and he still moves the same now. He was impressive,
Yeah.
He had to get control of some assholes that were giving TJP a hard time.
What?
Oh yeah, some people were chanting bad things at him, and T-Rex like, you guys shouldn't be doing that.
For real? I don't know that.
Yeah.
What was this?
Yeah, I'm sure you know them. They're a bunch of fucking assholes.
Okay, I get it. Sorry.
He also wanted a chicken wing, and someone dressed in orange wouldn't give it up.
Oh, but yeah, see, I if I'm picking on this one, I'm biased, so that's why I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with T-Rex just because.
Yeah.
Same here. He looks like a distant cousin of mine. So
even though you know what, I'm gonna flip that. No, his punishment is I'm going with Necro. You don't tell me how to cheer.
Get your own goddamn wings.
I mean, I gotta put myself over. He's the last guy that beat me, so I'm going with T-Rex.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with T-Rex too, just because you kick my ass if I go for Necro. I found out that he's gonna fight Necro. I text him on Facebook Messenger. I'm all, oh fucking way, oh hell yeah, and he's like, that's right, bitch. Like,
I am excited for him. I do want him to win.
How you feel about the girls being back? Jasmine St. Clair, Veronica Kane, and now we have Martini and Misha.
Yeah.
Cat Martini.
We're missing that in wrestling. We need some eye candy. I mean, everyone shies away from that stuff. Bring it on.
Right.
But
I mean, like I
okay. Oh no, I was just going to say, I think that's the problem with wrestling.
Got another boner? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was just saying, I think that's.
Hey, you're only allowed 2 boners an episode, okay?
I can't help it, goddamn.
You're a young man.
My libido is high.
Squirt off his screen. What? Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I think that's the thing with wrestling. You don't get like just true valets anymore. And it's cool to see that return with XPW, just because I think in general, if you're trying to be a valet in wrestling nowadays, you're going to eventually become a wrestler. And I'm glad that they have just straight valets. I mean, who's the one that's obsessed with Schlack too? She's great.
That's Misha.
Misha, yeah.
Yeah, she's good too.
Face hugger tattoo. Fuck yeah.
I fought for the Tremors one. It's just a random. Too.
Well, dude, like I was telling you at the LA Fan Fest, I was Ron took off, so I was there with Jasmine St. Clair, and she's a trip, dude. She has a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge, bro. If you ever get a chance to talk to her, besides stuff about wrestling, dude, talk to her, man. She has she's out there, bro. You know, she has like this fucking knowledge, dude. That's just, she blew me away when we were talking. I was like, she was talking, and I was like, wow, one thing after another. It was just like, it was interesting, dude. You know, like she made. I mean, we've always been friends since the first XPW, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to her talk now, it's amazing to see how people grow mentally, you know. So
I'm excited to see where she goes, because on the last XPW TV, she had a pink MAGA hat. So I hope she joins up with Drake. I am so looking forward to this because it should piss so many people off, and I want that.
I know that's what we've been. That's what XPW needs. I miss that old fuck
dude,
you.
when I was younger, I had no idea everyone had a problem with XPW. I was just like, "What's your fucking problem? Why you don't like this amazing product?" And as getting older, I understand. Like, oh, you're just being a pussy about this. This is great fucking entertainment, and oh my god, I'm so excited, so excited.
Did they announce who Drake is going against, or if he's wrestling?
I don't know if
it's going to be
this
Hard Body at the November show.
Oh yeah, Hard Body. That's right.
Yeah, when they go to Jersey, but he's gonna pop up here in LA, and I hope he brings it the heat. I just want him to fucking piss everybody off. I can't wait to chant "Let's go, Brandon" and all that bullshit.
Regardless,
talking about XPW, like I went flyering all this weekend, right? The last weekend, and all these shows that I've gone to, there were XPW shirts. You know, and when you hear people, fucking XPW, whatever. Even at the last one, I saw you guys. Where did I see you guys at the ICW?
You didn't see us there.
I mean, okay, I didn't see you guys there. Dude, there were
I was there in the back. Yeah, I don't know if I was there.
There was a guy with an old XPW hat standing next to another guy that had the new XPW hat. So, and there were several XPW shirts. I was like, wow, there was like. And I got love from some of the fans, you know, like XPW's back. People are starting to recognize me. So,
and then the other ones are telling you to get off the seats.
yeah. The other told me, I remember that. God, sit down, Munch. But
they were mad like
they were
the whole time
off.
after that. They wouldn't let it go. They were just the whole time. You kept looking back.
You know, but shout out to Mikey from Circle 6. He gave me love, though. Mike, he gave me some love. 6? You know,
okay,
yeah. And believe it or not, Messiah gave me love too. I mean, he went up to me and he shook my hand. He's like, you know, whatever happened to past. He said never had problems with me, but he said he's done with the whole thing that what happened. He wants to move forward with his kids. I mean, he gave a good speech, you know, and he saw me in the back. He came up to me. Matt thought he was gonna beat my ass because Messiah passed all like heated up, and Matt was like, "Oh, dude. He's gonna fuck you up," and he sees me. Like, hey, Munch, what's up? And, hey, dude, and you know, whatever, we're cool, whatever. I'm all, yeah, we're cool too, bro. Like, I thought they're gonna try to beat me up. She's, nah, dude, I love you, dude. Like, all right. But, you know, he showed love, you know, and I wish we could get some of the OGs back, you know, if possible, maybe like here and there, you know, and maybe not be permanent, maybe just do like a one-time show for whatever, you know. I mean. Well, maybe if we do the anniversary. Do you guys remember when XPW first started?
Yeah, we hit 20 years not too long ago. It was 2001 in Reseda, but I can't think of the exact date.
Yeah, I think it was July 27th. I think I could be wrong, or 28th. I think I'm wrong. Could be July or December. I forgot. Dude, the venues aren't there no more. The venues that we did, they're all gone. They're fucking churches.
They needed to cleanse themselves from XPW.
We got dirty them back up, you know.
But we did get this comment.
Fucking the venue in Los Angeles, a fucking church.
James Daly really seemed like Rob was hinting at a Messiah return in the last episode of TV. The fact that Messiah didn't bury Rob or XPW in general at the ICW show was interesting.
So speculation's already. I don't remember the end. No. Scoop. No, well, I don't remember that.
Never know.
Ending. Yeah.
What do you think, Todd?
I'm not going to put my money on it. So
here, take a chapter out of Vince McMahon, Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior. Who else? Help me out here.
Macho Man. Oh no, that didn't happen.
Bruno.
He's not bad.
Bruno's the biggest one, I think.
Bruno?
Yeah, coming back into the fold. Bruno Sammartino, you remember him?
Right. No, what happened with that? I don't know that story.
They were like separated for like 50 years, however long it was since Vince Jr. took over.
Right.
He did some announcing for a little bit, but yeah, he was on an anti-WWE tirade for decades.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh well, that was a pretty big one too. Then when he came back.
But see, that's what I'm saying is that we all change. You know, I mean,
yeah.
Like COVID, we lost people of COVID. Why keep grudges on people? Why keep that hate? If we lost people, why not work together like we did before? You know, last month I lost 2 good friends of mine. One of my friends got shot in the chest, and the other one OD'd. And I love these guys. These are my peeps. Like, you guys are my peeps. You know, so why keep that hate? Let's move forward. I mean, we're there to promote, to entertain people. Like your website, it's awesome. That reel you guys did in the beginning, I love you guys for that. Seriously, I love you guys for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, guess what, senior ref? We have the senior ref made a comment.
Patrick Hernandez, the senior ref. Danny Ramirez is one of the best in the business. Can't wait to work with you again this weekend and rock the house. Thumbs up.
Fuck yeah.
I love Pat. Remember, Patrick did the last play in 1981. He was first base. The guy at the baseball game that we had in 1981, Pat did the last play. He got the ball, tagged the guy out. We won a fucking championship. So,
hell yeah.
Pat and I go way back.
Do you know
and
that's
I actually also took care of his grandmother in dialysis too. So we come back to each other, you know.
Oh.
But yeah,
I know. He's the reason Danielle. He's the reason Danielle wanted to train to be a ref. I don't know if you know that much.
Huh?
Sorry, I said Patrick Hernandez is the reason Danielle wanted to become a ref. Sorry, it wasn't because he. Did you know that?
He's like, I'm walking out. Fuck this shit.
No wonder Danielle can't see. Well, damn it. To clarify some stuff, I never trained Patrick Hernandez. I didn't teach him. No, some people think that I trained Pat, because Pat was after me. Okay. Pat learned on himself. You know, he did watch some of the stuff, but I never trained him. I mean, that's when I always got to remember people. I didn't train Patrick Hernandez. I didn't train him.
He did it on his own, and that's why he's the senior ref.
he learned by my errors.
We also have Vampiro confronting an XPW superstar.
Is that what he's doing?
Now hold on. Now that we're talking about Vampiro, and I hate to put him on the spot. Let's just hope that Chris Kloss did not say Vampire instead of Vampiro.
Oh,
is that who he's confronting? That's what I want to know.
Right? Like Cyclops.
Yeah, he needs to come out there and give him the nail in the coffin or something.
Vampiro, not Vampire. Right? Who do you think he's gonna confront?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't.
Drake Younger. Let me fucking rap.
Yeah.
What do you think, Todd? Something? Don't get quiet.
I'm thinking. I didn't think this far ahead. Come on.
There's like, is Juventud Guerrero going to be there? Because that would be fun.
I have no idea.
Okay, because the last time he was there, he tore the house down. So,
dude, if I get Vampiro versus Hoovy in 2022, I'll lose my mind. Like, I don't think Vampiro's working necessarily on the show, but regardless, if I get that showdown in 2022, I'm in.
Yeah.
And you know, with Vampiro, I remember at WSX, the last show where I got blown up, whatever. He came up to me and he said, "Munch."
Is that right?
I'm like, what?
Wow. Some strong advice.
What? I couldn't hear him. And he's like, forget it. And I heard that. I'm like, wait, what are you saying? That's been killing me for years. Like, what the fuck did he say?
Well, so he's coming to confront you and finally tell you what he said. So look, motherfucker, listen up.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know what he told me, but that he was cool, you know, booked me for Mexico and stuff like that. We did Revolucion X Lucha Libre out there with X-Pac, Chaos, Ron Killings, and we got fucking threatened. not to go back there again. They pulled the guns on us. Oh, wait, real quick story with Chaos. So we're in Mexico, right? Guadalajara. And Chaos and Aaron Aguilera, they're the Pochos Guapos. And I'm the ref, and they bury their local wrestling hero, and they bury him with the Mexican flag, and then they spit on the flag.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, they almost caused a chaos, a riot. Yes, we didn't know, right? So Kevin told me, hey, walk Chaos. He don't speak Spanish. I'm like, fuck. So literally, Chaos and I'm not going to, now that we're gay, we're holding hands. We were scared, and we're like walking. And Chaos was like, fucking like, dude, we're walking through the back in the dark trying to get to the taxi. And we're looking, and there's this guy, this luchador with his mask. And back over there in Mexico, they're all suited up with a tie with their mask on. And one of the guys see us, goes, hey, está Chaos. I'm like, fuck. And Chaos goes, dude, nice meeting you. Fuck's all right, bro. I got your back. And like, goes, hey, come here, ven pa acá. And we're walking, dude. I'm like, fuck. And me and Chaos, we're just fucking, dude, that's it, dude. This is it, And a guy comes up to Chaos, and he's like, hey, do it as Chaos? He's like, yeah, the mask, right? He goes, do it as Chaos? And Chaos, and he goes, pulls out an XPW DVD. Can you sign? He takes his mask off, and he goes, hey, I found Chaos. I'm like, no, dude. And all these wrestlers come out with their luchador. They all take their masks, and they're all asking him for autographs, dude. Like, fuck, dude.
And then, you're like, I was in XPW too. Is that what you did?
Yeah, me too. I was XPW. That guy wait. Yeah, dude. That was a crazy fucking. That was awesome, crazy, scary at the same time, dude. Yeah. Don't tell people that Kaz and I hold hands that day, okay?
I think we're gonna have to make a sign of that now.
Oh man,
I missed that. Say it again.
I said we'll have to make a sign of that now. We'll just draw you and Chaos holding hands.
Dude, but that was scary, dude, because we're in a foreign country, and
yeah.
I mean, this guy does that shit, and they're like, "Wow,
yeah,
XPW," and he takes his mask off, See, but that's how much impact XPW had to a lot of wrestlers. Yeah. There was even this one Mexican wrestler who dyed his hair blonde because of Chaos. Mm-hmm. I don't know the guy's name, but he told me, "Hey, yeah," because I met him because I've done wrestling for so many years. I end up talking with people, and they'll tell me, I dye my hair because of Chaos, and I go, "Oh shit," So why a lot of these OJs aren't booked for XPW? Everybody has a different story, I didn't do XPW straight. I retired, came back straight. I was in an abusive relationship. I had to quit. My brother made me quit, and then I had to work for my dad's business. I had to quit. So XPW for me was a safe haven for me because the abusive relationship, I'm the one getting hit.
Yeah.
Trying to take my kids away, so I had to retire from XPW to go be with my kids. And then I went back to XPW, and then my brother fucking had some business. I had to fucking quit for wrestling again. I quit XPW, went back to XPW. Then my dad had a nightclub. He told me to run the nightclub or else he was gonna kick me out. So I quit XPW. So I miss XPW. So now that
always
XPW
come back home.
Yeah, so XPW for me is my home. So some of the OGs from XPW have their story. And none of them have asked me about how I feel. They just tell me how they feel. Mm-hmm. They tell me why they're not doing it. They tell me, why I shouldn't do it, but they don't ask me why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And that's for me it was my safe haven. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it.
No, I get it 100%. I mean, that's what UEW was for me. I was going through so much shit in my life that going there and wrestling for that weekend, that was the only safe haven I had during that time too. So I 100% understand that. And the one thing I'll say is,
and Mike, you were only 18, right?
Yeah, 19 when I started. When I started doing it, I started wrestling when I was 17, but I was 18 when I started UEW. Yeah.
The way you wrestled at UEW, I thought you have wrestled for years, bro. That's how great you were, dude. Right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Kruger's the only one that reminded us that he didn't really win a death match. And I was like, that never fucking occurred to me at all.
Yeah, that's one funny thing that we always talk about UEW. I did so many death matches there. I never won a single death match.
You never won one?
See?
No.
He didn't know either.
The only time I ever won was when
you beat me up.
Yeah, I was mad.
Now I feel good about it.
Every one of those, I'm sure he just lost and was pissed.
Dude, no bullshit. All of those matches that I showed where I was pile driving Munch, that was after I lost. So that was always my way to get a pop again, was by pile driving you.
Nice.
So we forgot about the loss. Like, we didn't fuck that much. We're good.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I 100% understand that, though. Like, wrestling can be such a beautiful thing when your life is so chaotic and it just sucks so bad that you get out to a show for a couple hours a week, and I mean, all of that goes away for that little bit. So I understand that 100%. And I just personally think that anybody that doesn't understand how wrestling can do that for somebody, regardless if you have your past grievances or whatever, you can't fault somebody for wanting to come back to some place that they call home. And I give you props for that, Munch.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks. Guys, you have to give me props, Todd.
I'm
you guess.
You know, I got friends on both sides, so
yeah. Trout Roll Mafia.
We haven't made our official debut in XPW. We gotta see how that goes.
You got him halfway with TJP in the ring.
Yeah. We're the back row club.
We were the bleacher bumps for a minute, but there's no more bleachers.
Yeah,
the balcony. I said the balcony bumps. That's what I said. Apparently,
so who else did we have? Vampiro. We had
we have Vampiro. We have the X Girls. We know Drake Younger is going to be there. We don't really
so excited.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, even if Drake is in that spot, that still leaves another spot.
When was the last time that Drake was in California, by the way?
As a referee?
He was supposed to do a Mex Pro show.
2 shows ago. What's up?
He was supposed to do a Mex Pro show way back in the day. That's the last time I even remember him supposed to be here.
I know I've seen him wrestle JD Horror somewhere in California.
Okay.
Wait, JD Horror, is he still wrestling?
No, he's not wrestling anymore. He's been done after that show. He came back to wrestle me that one time for Kyle's show. He hasn't wrestled since. That was like that was like his retirement or whatever.
Technically, that was his one more match.
Basically, is one more match.
His haunted house is up and going. I forgot the area he lives in, but if you're around it, his haunted house is going to be the shit.
He's in Santa Maria, California. Yeah,
there you
go. They run an awesome haunted house every year.
Yeah,
I think it's the 28th to the 31st. I think is when they do it.
So if you're in the area, make sure you get your ass out there. They go all out.
Dude, they do.
I gave him his address. You let people know where he lives at.
He posts it all the time.
He posts it on the internet. So.
Here's the days to come and get it. Come and see it.
Funny. You just got somebody killed, Pugs.
I think I give my money on JD Horror, dude. Enter at your own risk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen him shove a barbed wire bat up somebody's ass. I think he's okay.
Normally I wouldn't encourage Dan, but I'm going to let Munch answer this one. There you go, Munch.
So Dan asked, who will be the first new XPW star to punch Todd?
I have no idea, man.
I'm going with TJ.
I thought you wanted to do it.
Oh, fuck.
That's a good bet, Todd.
Oh, shit. All right. And then there's so the show's this Saturday. Mm-hmm. You can come see it in person in Pomona.
And the one after that is in New Jersey, XPW Invasion.
November.
I'm not
12th.
happy with that since they're going out of state for me, but good for the company.
You know what's different between? Yeah,
but you're still leaving.
Pug still holds a grudge from Philly.
Yeah, there's gonna be a new front row mafia over there.
Now we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
We got trademarks over here, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'll buy a plane ticket. I'll fuck these dudes up.
Don't start another East Coast West Coast war. Speaking of which, Pugs, you want to sell my line? Want to tell my?
No, I do not actually.
No, you don't now.
Are you talking about remember what happened to Biggie? Yeah, okay. Todd yelled that out at an inappropriate moment, and that was pretty funny.
What happened?
What was it again?
Oh,
remember what happened to Biggie? That's what he yelled.
Well, that's what happens when you come to California.
I was being respectful, sir.
It's funny how Pugs and Todd have earphones and Mike and I don't. Mike, you have earphones? No,
he doesn't. Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't.
Yeah, I cover it up.
Okay, now I got headphones. Backwards and shit. Okay, now let's start the show. What are we talking about? Oh, now I can hear you guys.
Perfect. Any cool little tidbits you want to give away for New Jersey, or we're gonna keep that under wraps for a little bit?
I don't know anything about New Jersey, except that I'm going to be there. And this guy named, who's the announcer? I don't know the guy's name.
It's not Kyle Wilde or Chris Kloss. He hasn't proved himself to me yet.
The hardcore giant Ron Nemi.
Yeah, where's he from?
I think he's from another promotion that has.
Yeah.
I think he's from ICW. I'll just go with that.
Okay. Oh shit! If he's from ICW, that'd be cool.
Someone in the chat's asking, talk about Nikki versus Lou Dog. What the fuck? We went over it a little bit.
Missed it. Got on late.
Yeah.
So I happened to get on late on the program.
But we are looking forward to that match. They're gonna fuck each other up, and we all. Most of us went for Mickey Knuckles, but
you still have a new vagina on the other butt cheek.
Yeah, because
how many boners can I have in one show, man?
You have another boner.
God damn it!
No wonder you guys got foggy, Mikey.
Oh Lord!
No, I'm so looking forward to this show, and it being a Halloween in Hell, I hope we get some fire. That's the one thing I really do hope. But
I do remember at the end of the last show that was kind of teased, kind of discussed.
I think Rob Black actually said something about explosions. So oh, is he gonna come out and make a speech again? I always love when he does it.
I miss when. I can't. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. I forgot.
Oh, dude,
Say what? Say what?
A bunch of things I can't say that we used to be able to say.
When it was heel Rob Black, when he used to come out and like to call us dirty.
The drools. The drools. What was the other one? The F word.
Well,
I
was thinking.
Can I say that word?
Yeah, I don't think so. I was thinking of the I was thinking of the Mexican side dish that goes with rice.
Oh my god!
Man. Yeah.
But see, I mean, Rob was just being straightforward like other people are. He just wasn't hiding it.
That shit was
and it's funny because it's in New York. I mean, he's PG'd a lot compared to what he was before Triple X. Like the way he spoke. I mean, he gave me my nickname MONCHHICHI. And he was just straightforward, and people are afraid of people who talk straightforward. But now you can't talk straightforward because then it's not you offended somebody, So
I remember
straightforward.
There was a show where Carlito Montana said one of the coolest fucking lines I've ever heard in my life. I can't say it here, but he's like, if there's one thing I hate, because he came out to team up with the West Siders.
Oh yeah.
He's like, if there's one thing I hate more than a couple of people with some soggy backsides, it's that word. And then it's I'm sorry. It's
the West Side.
If it's one thing I hate more than effing N-words, it's soggy backs over here. And I was like only like 12, 13, and I'm like, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. And shit like that is why I loved XPW, and I like XPW. I still fucking love, and I will never not love them. But I always have it in the back. They can drop some shit whenever they fucking choose to. So, it's awesome.
No,
we got in trouble for that with the.
I believe it.
The security was mad because Cardo said the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were mad, whatever. And there was, I guess, one of the security was with the Rolling 20s or what? The Crips. He was a Crip, and he was gonna call his other homies come down and shit like that. And Lazy, who's he's played Lazy. Remember Lazy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to him, and I forgot who else ended up talking to him. That it was the squash was like dropped at that moment, but I forgot who it was. But somebody saved the day. I just don't remember who it was though.
Dude, they gotta respect that they had the courage to say that, just in general.
But in movies, they say it in movies all the time.
Yeah.
So, like,
Well,
I mean, if Drake drops it, it might land a little different. Dan says, "Damn, Ron Killings got it worse in XPW."
Were you there when Ron Killings was there as K. Malik Shabazz for like the tiny 1 or 2 shows? It was at the Bull.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Okay,
It
was in Pico.
Yeah,
well, the one line we can say here is one of the people in the audience yelled out, "Smile, we can't see you." I laughed my fucking ass off.
It got bad.
In Mexico.
Yeah. Where they got both.
Dude, in Mexico, when Ron Killings came out, the fans were doing monkey sounds. They're kind of monkey, and he was coming out, whatever. And that's the first time I met Ron Killings. And after that, we're in the bus, and he was talking about he said it didn't bother him because he said something about he appreciated that they were straightforward and being fake. Because you want the fans to come out with how they feel. Even though they don't mean it, they're just saying it just to get a reaction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're doing like I thought it was disrespectful, dude. And I'm the ref. I'm like, it's fucked up, dude. And he was cool about it, you know. He didn't take it to offense, you know, because I mean,
he's a professional. He gets it.
Yeah.
Remember when Jeff Jarrett got heat a few years back for coming out throwing the tortillas?
That was so fucking funny.
Yeah, but see, the best story on that was Roddy Piper at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. Yeah, I know that story.
I don't know the story, but I know the Grand Olympics.
Yeah, I know it was in LA.
He's in LA, and as a matter of fact, Mondo Guerrero Sr. told me the story. I was taking him to the airport. I was in San Francisco, and he was telling me how, you know, being a heel is learning how to win the crowd over and then giving it to them. And Piper, the promoter told Piper, "Hey, you gotta win the crowd over." And there was only Mexicans. This is in LA. So Piper goes out, he apologizes to the crowd, and he loves the Mexican culture. He loves the tortillas. He loves the mariachis, and he's gonna play the Mexican anthem with the fucking thing. And he's a dude. That is funny, dude. That is funny, you know. So, I mean, you have to learn how to be a heel, dude. You know, like
I say this all the time. I don't think a lot of the current crop of guys want to be a heel. Everyone just wants to be so liked. It seems like.
What happened to just wanting to get over? It doesn't matter what side.
For example, look at LCW, okay? LCW, the promoter Miguel tells me to help Sage Sin get over with the crowd because we're mostly Mexican. And for those of you who don't know what get over means, it means winning the crowd over. They want me to help Sage win over the crowd. She's white, not Mexican. So Sage and I have come out, and the crowd boos her. So I'm like, don't worry, I got this. So I get a shirt, and I said, okay, who wants a shirt? Blah, 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 blah. So there's this kid, right? And I tell the parent, Eric, who wants a shirt? The kid right there? All right, pick him up. And the parent picks up the kid. I go, bring him closer to the ring. So he gets him closer to the ring, and I go, should I give him the shirt? Sage, should I give him? And Sage's like, yeah, give him the shirt. So I'm at the count of 3 ready. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, and I throw the shirt the opposite way. And the crowd's like, culero. They're coming asshole. I'm like, whatever, fuck you guys, blah, 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 blah. We go backstage, and then Sage's like, dude, what did you do? Well, trust me, we're going to do the same thing But this time, when I count to 3, you're gonna catch a shirt behind me, and when I turn around, come from behind me and give him the shirt. So all right, so how you gonna be able to do that? Don't worry, I'll get the crowd over again. I'll get the crowd over. So I'll go out there and I'm like, hey, whatever, they're all call me culero. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I apologize to him. I win the crowd over again. You know me, I know how to win the crowd over.
Yes, you fucking do.
Yeah, so I get that man again, the same kid, and the kid's like, no, like, come on. So the man picks the kid up, the kid's like this, going like that. And I do the same thing, 1, 2, 3, and I throw the shirt, and Sage catches the shirt, comes around behind me. I'm like, what? And the crowd's pointing back at me, what? And the crowd's pointing back, and I turn, and the kid's like this with the fucking hand, and Sage gives him the shirt, and boom, the crowd erupts, and she goes over.
Yep.
They hate me, right? The show's over. I'm walking out, the show's over, and Miguel, the promoter, tells me, hey, dude, remember that kid with the shirt? I go, yeah. They're 15, 20 deep. I'm like, and what? They want to fuck you up. He looks, I look through the door, and the front door, they're right there waiting for me. I'm like, fuck. So I go through the back. That the owner of the venue told me, go through the back. So I go through the back, and I'm sneaking to my car, and a fucking little kid sees me. Like that. Oh, fuck. So the crowd comes in. I'm like, fuck. And I'm in my car. I'm like, oh, shit, they're going to fuck me up. So I'm taking my shirt off. Oh, fuck, here it goes. And I start walking over them. And the guy's like, hey, you. Or what? Hey, gracias. Like, thank you, bro. Thank you.
The second time.
And I go, that's what we want. We want somebody to get us mad. We want you to call us beaner. We want us to call us Mexican. We want you to get us upset. We want to yell at you and thank you, whatever, blah, blah. How about a picture? All right. So I take a picture, right? And it's me and these 20 bike sides, right? These 20 Mexican guys. And they take a picture and they show me the picture. I'm looking at them. And everybody's like, oh, happy. And the little kid in the bottom's like this.
Fuck this guy.
He's so mad at me, you know? You gotta learn how to win the crowd over and how to get them mad. You guys know I can do that, you know? It's just, but wrestlers don't take the time to meet the fans. They just go out there and they're thinking about their spots. They're thinking what's next. So most wrestlers don't take the time to look at the crowd and acknowledge them. Yeah. If you acknowledge the crowd for maybe a minute, you win them over. But if you're just going over your match, and okay, you know, so that's my thing.
I didn't even know you. The first time I met you, you sat right in my lap. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Who is this guy?
Yeah, I felt a little boner in my back.
I was a dreadlock. It was a dread pube.
It was a dread from his balls.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why I love wrestling. It's that emotion, because I'm gonna give props. George Hermosa, he said, people that say wrestling is not real, they should focus on the fans, because the fans' reactions is real. Mm-hmm. The fans hate you, they hate you. The fans are so, and he's right. The fans, that's the real emotions, is the fans. So when people say wrestling is fake, listen to the crowd. That's real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, 100%.
Right?
No, you're 100% right. Like, just you look at it with, we do horror movies all the time on this show, on our podcast, and the way those make you feel, and movies just in general, any type of entertainment, it's all about the way it makes you feel. No matter if the stuff is scripted or not, the emotions it licks out of people, are 100% authentic, and that's and plus, right. I mean, granted, in our business of wrestling, I mean, half of the time we're all fucked up, bleeding all over the place anyway, so you can't tell us that it's not fucking real.
And it's funny, those same guys who say wrestling's fake are the same guys like crying in the Fast and the Furious movie with Paul Walker's
exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly. It's all the same thing. And you brought back to why, like, there's a lot of wrestlers that just don't want to be bad guys anymore, and I don't get it, because you look at some of the greatest movies of all time, and they have these horrible, despicable villains that do not give a fuck about anything. They don't care if what they say is PC or not. And I think that is something that wrestling is missing right now, is that we don't have anybody that's willing to take it to that other level, to where, there's going to be about 1,010 people on the internet that want to kill you, but the emotions you elicited from everybody is authentic, and your character is really despicable. It's not somebody can get behind, and that's where the true heel is.
Yeah, except for the last Halloween movie that fucking totally sucked.
I agree. I agree. That movie fucking is dog shit.
Fuck, come on, what happened?
I co-sign.
I mean,
it's bad.
No, Todd, don't tell me you love that movie, Todd.
Which one?
He's like always. Todd's in the middle.
No, well, Dan's fucking DMing me just instead of popping in the chat. The last Fast and the Furious, is that what we're talking about?
No, we're talking about the last Halloween.
Oh, here's the thing.
Here we go.
I'm still undecided. Like when I rated it, I gave it a 2.5, but I don't feel like I had enough time to fully absorb it. And as time's going on, I feel like I'm going to like it more. I haven't rewatched it yet because I'm gonna go to the theaters to see it, and I'm just waiting till I'm feeling better.
See, for me, it was predictable.
Okay.
I knew. I mean,
careful with spoilers because if we have, they might get mad.
Okay, so I for me, it was kind of predictable.
Okay.
Nothing about the movie. It kind of disappointed me more at the end than anything. You know.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's all I can say. No spoilers, but
thank you.
But I will watch it again, just to watch it again and see maybe I missed something. You know what I mean? Like. I don't mind watching the movie again just to see, okay, let me see if I something I missed, you know, or give it a chance, you know, because I love Halloween, you know, the movie, you know, but I'm gonna watch it again because it started off great, you know.
No, yeah,
right?
The stairs.
Yeah, like when Freddy Krueger came out. I was kidding. What Freddy Krueger? Wait, Michael, who fought? Oh, it was Jason that fought Freddy, huh?
Yeah.
Aren't they making another one? I thought they were making another movie like that.
No, just one.
I'm just gonna drop this for you, Munch, because you haven't done it. What movie were you in again?
Ed Wood.
There we go.
How did I not know this?
You didn't know this?
No,
yeah, I didn't know this either.
I was on Power Rangers.
What?
Oh, that
was the first season as an extra.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, the first season, yeah.
Dude, what episode?
the first season. I was a background actor. You'll see me
like at Ernie's or like the high school.
I mean the restaurant. I remember the
Ernie's juice
episodes, but yeah, it was the first season.
Fucking A, I'm gonna go rewatch that lick for you. Holy shit!
You won't see my face. You'll see my body. Like some dancing. You'll see me. You'll recognize. If you know me, you'll recognize my dance, the way I dance.
Okay, I'll take a look. That's badass.
But
Ed Wood, yeah.
Ed Wood. I was the wrestling trainer. I was supposed to be the referee. I was supposed to be the ref. Did I tell you my Tim Burton story, Todd? I did, right?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, tell us
now. I'm the trainer for the opponent of George Animal Steel, the guy who was wrestling on the scene. So you know me, I get into it, right? So they're filming the match, and the match, you know, is going on, and I'm like, "Hey, ref, come on, ref, he's playing the mat," and I'm banging on the mat, boom, and I get into it. I mean, that's me, dude. And then like, come on, ref, hey, ref, come on, I'm banging on the mat, come on, ref, you suck, ref, boom, boom. Then I hear cut, and then everybody turns and looks at me. What did I do? And then I just hear the scaffold come down. And I turn around, and it's Tim Burton.
Fuck yeah!
And he's like,
"That's what unit is it?"
Yeah. He's like, "Play cool, cat. You bang it too loud on the mat. It makes the sound go loud. Just play cool, cat." I'm okay. Sorry, Mr. Burton. He's like, yeah.
It's like God coming down.
Yeah, dude, the scaffold.
And that was the Grand Olympic, wasn't it?
Yeah, Grand Olympic Auditorium. I stood next to Johnny Depp. We were in one scene where we had to be out of the scene, and he's standing right here next to me, and he's just like, that was it. I mean, it was cool, you know.
She's been like, you smell like shit.
But I was supposed to be the ref.
Should have been.
And I'm not gonna say what ref took that spot, but I mean, I'm friends with the ref now, but he didn't like that. He hated that I was like distracting him and stuff like that. He kind of chewed me out.
You were doing your job.
Yeah, but years later. But now he's cool, you know. I mean, like I said, we all change, you know, and yeah, but yeah, that was good. And I was in the orange is the new black.
No shit.
Were you really?
The immigrant scene. I'm an immigrant. Wonder why they picked me for that one. I was on 911. Which one is the one with the guy from St. Elmo's Fire? What's his name?
Judd Nelson?
No, the other guy, the handsome guy. What's his name? I can't
even remember who stars in St. Elmo's Fire right now.
Can't either. All.
No, that.
I know Matthew McCarthy. No.
Nah. Yeah. So yeah.
Andrew
and I was on
McCarthy,
Playboy.
You were in Playboy?
I was on Playboy.
Centerfold or
Bikini Bra.
Bikini
I didn't
bra?
know that. I mean, it was at this guy's house. He bought 2 houses, and he joined them together. And it was Bikini Bra, and I played a drunken ref, but I got drunk for reals. And these girls are wrestling. I'm the referee. I'm fucking drunk. They get naked, and then I start like grabbing them. You can't grab her like this. You can't touch her tits like that. And I'm fucking drunk. Yeah, dude. And then I do a quick count, boom, boom, boom. And the girls get me naked, and they throw me in the pool. And then I go and I grab both of them. And I didn't know that aired in Playboy.
Oh my God.
So.
Sounds like the best job audition ever.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. But I love life, man. I gotta live life. Too many deaths, let's move forward. And I'm glad XPW is back. I'm glad being on this show. Mike, I can't wait to see you wrestle. Todd, Pug, I love you guys.
Love you too.
And thank you seriously for us. Thank you for that reel in the beginning, dude. I really appreciate that. That was good, man.
It was my idea.
Yeah,
just
it was
to put myself over, but put you over too.
Well, that's good. I mean, thank you, bro. I love your beanie too, by the way. Freddy Krueger, right?
Yep. Thank you.
You guys knew that, right, Pugs, Todd?
Yeah, we were aware. Oh, Lord.
Hey, Pugs, now that I know, I gotta see a picture of you when you're at 12. When you're 12 at 13,
I'll show you on Saturday. Yeah, I'll show you on Saturday.
Okay, as XPW fan, and I want to see that.
Actually, I showed Chris Kloss and you at the same time, and you were like, "Holy shit!" Remember, I had a short red hair.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll show you again.
Do you need me to bring proof I was there too, then, or are you good?
Huh?
And I was in the front row.
Yeah,
Never let that die.
One Mafia Row member.
I didn't even know I was getting initiated at the time. Like he's grandfathered in. Get him in here. He's of age. Yeah.
Hey, Todd, real quick to change the subject. A couple of years ago, I had told you write a script. Let's film it. Remember?
No, but
you remember? We were at Danielle's house. We were at Halloween. We were at Danielle's house.
Oh, shit. That was like 5 years ago, and I was drunk.
And I told you, dude, write a script. Let's film it. Because I know you have good ideas. What's up?
Well, me and Pugs have some ideas. Cougar, too. So
yeah.
Dude, well, you know what I mean? I'm down for anything, man. I do my own stunts,
We're going to have to pile drive you on camera now.
That's fine, dude. I mean, I love acting, dude. I love doing my own stunt. Remember, I was on Power Rangers.
I fucking know. You should work the convention circuit, man. I'll find a good photo of you. I'll rewatch the whole series for you, dude. Yeah, we should have a party. We'll watch it again. I'll probably that's me right there. Yeah. You know what sucks about that? What sucks about the Power Rangers that when we first filmed, we were all together. And what were the bullies' names? The 2 bullies? Bulk and Skull.
Yeah, dude. We were clowning everybody. We were making fun of them, whatever. Kimberly was right there. All of us were there all together. And then the show hit, boom, it got big. When I went for the second season to film, all of them had their own separate trailer. None of them were talking to each other. And Bulk came up to me. He's like, "Can you believe this shit, dude? Look at this fucking asshole." He was pissed, dude. He was sad, dude. I'm like, "What happened?" They got fucking big. Look, none of them were talking to each other. And he was heartbroken, dude. I remember that, but yeah, that sucked, But
yeah,
anyway.
Well, he went on to direct a couple episodes, so hopefully he brought the morale back.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You're in fucking Power Rangers. It's crazy.
So tonight you've talked to people in Power Rangers and Hocus Pocus. Just saying, it's a good night.
It's a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day.
But you know what else is gonna be a good day? This Saturday,
That's right.
Halloween in Hell 3.
Yeah.
And oh man, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to watch you make an ass out of yourself because you're always entertaining, Danny. It's
Thank you.
It's so good.
And hopefully Vampire is coming for you.
Finally tell you the ancient secret.
Yeah.
You should call him out. Hey, Mr.
No, I tried it, but you don't respond. You don't answer back. I sent him a text. He says, "¿Qué?"
All right. Well, Munch, just stick around 1 second after our outro, real quick, too. What were you going to say, Kruger?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I think
Dan says in the chat, if you can't be there live on Saturday, it is available on Fight TV. So you should support XPW by ordering it. And also, Fight TV, that's the perfect place to watch the Fight TV champion get crowned. So
that's right.
And you can watch the weekly episodes. And yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Pugs both go, and we still order the Fight TV to watch.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes
Mr. Rob Black, I double dip all the time, and I have no problem doing it.
And sometimes we'll pull up the phone during the show and we get an instant replay.
When those fucking pussy cameramen don't go in there, I'm like, where's the hard cam?
But all right, well, we'll see you this Saturday, so that's gonna be fun.
Yes,
all right, Pugs, do you want to get us out of here?
Thank you for guys. Yes, thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you. Mr. Todd, say good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. Kruger.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
And Danny, again, thank you.
Buenas
say your goodbyes. All right, and I'll see you on Saturday and in Disneyland.